is a women's bantamweight championship fight between Claudia Gadelha and Paige Vanzant. All right, so here is the UFC superstar Paige Vanzant. She's about as classy as it gets. Injuries have become part of the narrative, at least recently here. She'll try to get on track here tonight.
Yes, Paige Vanzant is a star, right? The magnetic personality, the big smile. She lights up every room she steps into. She's just a person that you want to be around because you know she's exuding happiness. But that's until she goes into an octagon. When she gets into an octagon, she is nasty. A fighter's fighter, a person that's willing to go out there and just let it all hang out. Even in defeat, you see the toughness of Paige Vanzant.
She had a huge win by submission over Rachel Ostovich. That was January of 2019. Seems to have the arm injuries in check. We'll see how it goes for PVZ here tonight. Well, she's one of the more well-rounded fighters, DC, that we have in this division. A true mixed martial artist. Her first martial art was MMA. That certainly helps.
Yes, she's a new breed of fighter. A fighter that, as a young girl, she was brought into a gym. And in that gym, she told the coaches, I don't want to wrestle, I don't want to do jiu-jitsu, I don't want to kickbox and box. I want to do it all.
Right.
Is there an MMA class for my daughter to take part in? She did that from day one, and you see all that development over the course of a lifetime has led her to the octagon, where she is already making her impact.
Yeah, she said, I didn't want to get to the UFC until I was 100% comfortable in every situation. So far, so good for her. She's got a big one in front of her here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, a referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 8 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Portland, Oregon, presenting the challenger, 12-gauge Paige Vanzant. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 18 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World, Claudia Gadelha.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner. You ready?
All right, so here we go, as anticipated as any fight on this card tonight. The well-rounded fighter versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
This fight can go 2 ways. This can look ugly for the jiu-jitsu fighter. She can be forced to stand. She's in a lot of trouble. She needs to take this fight to the ground as soon as she can in order to win the fight.
Oh, man, I'm no strike counter, but that head kick absolutely landed.
That kick got from the floor to her opponent's head before her opponent could react.
Vanzant gets caught with that punch.
She gets to her spot, the tie punch, and then she starts to let the knees fly.
Well-placed kick there by Vanzant.
Clinch.
And they separate. Well, she's so confident in her defense and her ability to block shots, and now you see why.
You see all she learned from her background in boxing that allows her to be so effective defensively.
Oh, no way, spinning back fist.
Leg kick.
Oh, strong punch there by Vanzant.
Again, back into this position. Left hand punch from the clinch.
Oh, now she's got that tight clinch. Appreciable damage could be coming. Tries to mix in a takedown here.
Oh, she is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight.
Gadelha better move. Gadelha gets in the clinch yet again. 2 minutes have expired off the first round clock. The strikes continuing to pile up. 27
Nice
total
single
strikes.
leg entry. Rotates the head outside to a high box.
How good is her movement here on the ground, right? Shades of Ray Borg, just transitioning so beautiful.
Yeah, she's so good at transitions and movement. Her ability is unmatched.
Her ground and pound is downright scary. In constant pursuit of the finish, might get it here.
She does a really good job of throwing punches with intent. She never just throws just to be thrown. Every punch is meant to land, and every punch is meant to start a finish.
Oh, how good is that as a guillotine counter? She gains the side mount here. And I hope Ovid St. Preux is watching. She might be able to get a Von Flue. And there it is.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, really nice job by her there to execute the submission. Clearly she had an opening and she closed the show pretty effectively there. That is one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. All right, so there's the end of the round, and in terms of offensive wrestling execution, she had it all going there.
Yeah, she had it all working. She did everything she wanted to do. She was racing to position. Once she got to her leg, she didn't pause. She didn't stop. She went right to the finishes that she needed in order to get the fight to the ground. I mean, that was a great display of offensive wrestling.
So there she is as the celebration continues in the corner. The queen of the 135ers, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, your winner tonight by way of submission. What a way to get the job done and leave with the UFC gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 3 seconds in the very first round. For the winner by submission, and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, 12-gauge Paige Vanzant.
So the celebration is on for PVZ, and rightfully so. You can argue this was her cleanest performance to date. There has been a ton of skill development for Paige Vanzant. You saw it tonight. She has clearly made the most of her UFC experience. She has maximized her time away from the octagon, and it looks as though the best is yet to come.
Are you ready? You ready?
All right, round one is underway, DC. I know this was the fight that jumped off the card for you. On one side, a fighter that can do it all, taking on maybe the most dangerous submission threat in the division.
Yeah, and I was so excited about this fight because I did not know if the well-rounded fighter had the ability to not go to the ground, or if she'd be willing to try and chance going to the ground with such a great jiu-jitsu fighter. Beautiful punch.
Oh, elbow from the clinch, man. So the fighters clinch here early, and potentially a critical takedown here. Great movement by her here on the ground, and she just does it so fluidly and so easily. It's really a sight. Gadelha's looking for that arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. She's got side control now. Maybe some of those knee strikes to the body. A lot of different things available to her here.
Now, in the side control, you may feel like the bottom person that you have a lot of outs, but there is a lot of danger in those positions too. A lot of danger in the knees coming your way. A lot of danger in the chokes. So you have out, but you're also constantly under duress from a great top fighter.
She is just non-stop on the ground, moving in all the right directions. Another nice transition by her there.
She's moving a lot, but every movement has purpose.
Well, her opponent is squirming, and this might be the beginning of the end. The ground and pound strikes continue to land at will.
She's landing them over and over again. She needs to make sure that when she's chasing the finish, she doesn't get excited and lose the position.
And this might just be a matter of time. And there it is!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, no doubt about it. That is some opportunistic grappling right there, and nice finishing instincts as well. You see a lot of fighters get the dominant position, but aren't necessarily able to lock up the choke or force the tap. No problem with her as she gets one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. All right, so that's the end of the round. Lot to like in there, DC, particularly when it comes to her offensive wrestling.
She's evolving, right? She's gotten better. She did not have this skill set before. Now you watch her, and she looks like an Olympian. She looks like a girl that can wrestle at the highest levels. She scored so many takedowns in that round. Her wrestling coach must be very proud.
So there she is, celebrating with her corner, the queen of the 135ers, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. And how about the method of victory tonight as she gets it done by submission?
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 26 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, and still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Claudia Gadelha!
Well, not unlike the great Israel Adesanya, she doesn't hope and pray. She aims and fires, and she is still the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champ.
What a great champion that rules atop this division. She's the queen of the world in one of the UFC's best women's divisions.
Are you ready? You ready?
All right, so here we go, as anticipated as any fight on this card tonight. The well-rounded fighter versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
This fight can go two ways. This can look ugly for the Jiu-Jitsu fighter. She can be forced to stand. She's in a lot of trouble. She needs to take this fight to the ground as soon as she can in order to win the fight. Nice punch lands over the top.
Able to land the left hand there. Oh, the right hand is there for her. All right, so again, we find ourselves here in the clinch where there are obviously no shortage of subtleties and nuances. A lot of motions in here that maybe are lost on the casual.
Absolutely, and it's gonna be the underhook. But all the things that happen in this position, the person winning and controlling the underhook battle is the one out ahead. Big punch lands through the middle.
Ooh.
That one landed clean.
So 1 minute into this fight, and as many people expected, the action absolutely crazy, back and forth. This is a full-on brawl.
It's hard to watch a fight like this and call a fight like this because you never know when somebody's going to take that one shot that finishes the fight.
All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back in this situation.
Yeah, big double leg.
Hey, there it is, her first takedown of the fight. She told us in our fighter meeting Thursday, at some point I will take her down. She didn't expect it to take this long, but here it is.
She really had to work to get this first takedown, and she never gave up on herself. Continued to press, continued to shoot, continued to level change. Now she finds...
Gadelha's looking for that arm triangle now.
Watch triangle, watch triangle. There it is.
Nicely done. Oh, and with conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
Nice hammer fist. Oh, her ground and pound is on point here. She's made this a focus going in to make these strikes count. Certainly doing that tonight.
She's making each and every one of them count, doing a very, very good job of landing shots, landing them in combination, and making them all matter.
Gadelha's looking for that arm triangle.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Oh, sage work from the bottom here as she tags her with the punch. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
90 seconds to go. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Vanzant. Good ground and pound by her here. She felt like she could finish the fight with her ground strikes tonight and might be well on her way here.
I mean, John, I believe it after watching.
Vanzant's looking to lock up an armbar here.
Gotta be careful, armbar.
Oh, she slams her to the ground and with authority right there. So that's certainly one way to fend off the armbar. Lift your opponent up and slam her to the ground. Well done. Vanzant's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Just misses there with the left. Throws the punch there and connects. Nice job by her there.
Nice job, nice punch.
Gadelha gets tagged by the head kick there. Not sure how many more of those she can absorb if she wants to stay in this fight. Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown do? And that one certainly found the target. Not there. Left hand counter.
Again, back into his position. Oh, nice right hand.
The horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, well, what a round it was. You know, she kicks like a mule, and that kicking game was on full display in that round, champ.
And you see the damage that it's done to her opponent. Her opponent's limping back to the corner. She's moving much more slowly as the fight is going on. That was a great game plan developed by her and her coach.
That was awesome. Everything you're doing is great. You really found your rhythm and your distance there. I want you to do more of the same, so let's look to really land the big shot.
All right, DC, here we go with our next round. She had a lot to smile about in the previous round. Her striking absolutely on point. Gotta think she'll be able to carry that through into this round.
Why would it not be the same? She was so effective. She was flowing so well. She was in her rhythm. Why would she change? She wants to get off the stool and go back to doing exactly what she was doing before.
Oh! And they separate. Takedown defense holds up. She misses with the left punch there.
Big head kick lands. Caught that kick
beautiful. Oh, you gotta like that, DC. She caught the kick and immediately counters with a perfect takedown.
She got an opportunity. And as you know, this young lady, every opportunity she turns and uses to her benefit. She did exactly that.
Well, she did not miss a single. All right, she's going for the armbar here.
Attacking armbar.
Oh, slams her to the ground, so she appeared to be fending off the armbar, and then she just used her power and exploded her opponent down to the ground. Gadelha's going for the sub here.
Now it's starting to slip under the neck. Oh. Now she's in trouble.
And that will do it.
Yo, wow. That was nasty. What a performance.
Yeah, really nice job by her there to execute the submission. Clearly she had an opening and she closed the show pretty effectively there. That is one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. So there she is as the celebration continues in the corner. The queen of the 135ers, the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, your winner tonight by way of submission. What a way to get the job done and leave with the UFC gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 49 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out. And still the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Champion of the world, Claudia Gadelha.
So after an emphatic submission win here tonight, she remains the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. A lot of people thought this was a qualified, credentialed #1 contender, and she was, but she proved no match for the champion here tonight, and the celebration is on. Hard to blame them after this result here tonight. Congratulations to the and still UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world.